Juliet is not here today, but always a pleasure.
Thank you, darling.
To have Martha McCallum in.
Thank you for having me.
You look especially good today.
Thanks, so do you, buddy.
Wow, that is a statement necklace.
A statement necklace.
Nice to have you here. You know, Martha, every Thursday we do a little thing called He Said, She Said.
Right, our male and female take on the big stories of the day. So let's get to it. Speaking for the men this week, ladies, Arthur Idala, attorney, is here. And for the ladies, attorney Joanna Greenwald.
Hi, Joanna.
Hello.
Look at you. Arthur, you're sharp, man.
Hi, Arthur. Hi, Arthur.
Okay. In the paper today, there's a column, a guy that writes a column every day for the Daily News. His name is Richard Huff. I don't know that it's every day, but Richard Huff is a pretty good writer. And he says it is time to take John and Kate off the air.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I think maybe they're already off with each other. In Touch magazine has this exclusive story out this morning. The stars of John and Kate +8 have been living apart for the last 6 months.
Yeah. So why was she so upset when she found out that he was seeing someone else?
Yeah, he's not even in the house.
That's what I want to know.
Apparently they only get together to cook weenies for the kids and stuff like that when the cameras are rolling.
Just a big, you know, the show itself is also under scrutiny right now by the Pennsylvania Department of Labor, which is looking into allegations of child labor violations.
Yeah,
Right?
There's a woman by the name of Angela Krall, and she is a former care nurse for the family who spoke to Geraldo about her concerns for the kids.
I feel sorry for them that it's come to this. I considered Kate to be a friend when I was there, and they were a very typical family when I was there, and it has taken a dramatic turn in the last 6 months to a year here, just from what, you know, it's been out there in the papers, and the show has taken a different turn, and maybe it should be the end of it if it's going to come to this.
So John Gosselin called allegations ridiculous in People magazine. He's finally speaking out, looking at it, saying enough is enough. He says the happiness of his children is his main concern, even if that means saying enough to the show.
Should this show be taken off the air, Arthur?
Yeah, absolutely.
What?
I mean, absolutely. Look, it's all about the best interest of the children. I mean, Martha, I know what a loving, caring mother you are. I try to be the best dad that I could possibly be.
I'm a great mom, too.
I would
I say
never, ever
No.
subject my children to this. It's child prostitution. That's the way I live.
I don't agree with
They're
that.
making money
Not
off
at all.
of their children.
Joanna?
I don't agree with that. The reason why I don't agree with is I know exactly what Kate is doing. She's doing similar to what Christy Brinkley did when she asked for the courts to be opened, is that she's looking for a means to an end. She's trying to make as much money as possible because they have 8 children. She's trying to get as much money as she can because this actually will be money for their college funds. Right. This will be for their health care. And she's doing anything. Don't let me finish. I'm not done yet.
Yeah, all right.
Okay?
What you're saying is prostitution should be okay.
It's not prostitution.
That's what you're saying. It's prostitution should be okay. If it's
Wait, hey, you want to know something? I don't have a problem with
prostitution.
prostitution either, because women have a right to what happens with their bodies as long as it's like legal.
You know, I think this woman, she got what she asked for. I mean, she opened up her whole life to this TV show. She, you know, got the makeover, the whole bit. She got everything going on.
He got hair plugs.
She got what she got. You know what I mean?
Did get hair plugs, so.
Yeah.
You expose your family to something like this, you can't be surprised.
Why would anybody get hair plugs? You don't need hair plugs, right, folks?
And not for anything, okay? And this is what really ticks me off. All of a sudden, magically to him, this is a surprise. He's been there the whole time, an active participant the whole time for these past 5 years. All of a sudden, magically, wait a minute, there's a problem. Not for anything, where there were 2 parents involved here. And for any people who've watched the show, you see he's been there the whole time. If he was that worried about his kids and he had a problem, you put your foot down, it's a marriage, it's hard to say, take them off. Should the
state of Pennsylvania step in and investigate this like they're doing?
I believe that when they were looking at the law, they weren't sure if the law applied at this point, whether or not it did apply. But again, the part that I do agree with, in family court, and eventually if they do ever end up getting divorced, the standard is the best interest of the child. And if the children are turned out psychologically, which they do a psychological evaluation, if they do turn out that they are getting harmed by the cameras, then absolutely all day it should be pulled.
But Joanna, they make about $75,000 an episode, the family, about $75,000 an happening. Is it all about the money?
They are all about the money all
Well,
day,
what
every
should I
day.
be?
They can't do nothing.
That's the whole point, Mike. It's
Yeah,
basically
that's
saying,
my point.
let's do anything that we can to make $75,000 a week. What's the long-term damage it's going to have to these kids? Forget about college.
Can I
Mike,
tell you something, though?
you had
No,
the
I don't
guest
think
on.
it's about forget
Mike,
about-
Mike,
forget about college. I don't think-
It is because plenty of Americans don't prostitute their children on television, and they still manage to go
It's
to
not
school
prostitution.
and to have a car and to have a life
Somehow.
without
It's not,
hurting
you know
their
what? It's not too late for these kids to have a normal life. And if you pull them off TV and you know, let's get down to the real values of what matters in this family, because she wanted this to be on the cover of People magazine from day one. And you know
Right.
what? For good and for ill, that's what she's got now. So she's going to have to deal with the
you wanna know
consequences.
something? And that's the whole part that I just don't want ignored. He has been an active participant for day one, and not for anything. Everyone is so quick to blame the
But
mother.
Mike interviewed him.
Hold on.
Mike interviewed him on this show.
Allow me if
Go
I
on.
can.
No, Mike interviewed him on this
If I
show,
can.
and he made it clear his reluctance to go
Yeah,
forward.
Guess what?
And it was the
Guess
wife
what?
who
Is he an
pushed
adult?
and pushed and pushed.
Hey, Artie, is he an adult?
Yeah, but what's he
Is
going to
he
do?
5?
He's going to go to
Wait a minute,
court?
Is he 5?
He's going to go to court?
Wait a minute, can people just tell me
She's
he's 5?
driving this train.
He's
She's
not
driving
5.
the train.
Guess what?
Mike
Driving.
brought it out of him.
There's
Mike
nothing-
brought it out of him here on this
So
show.
what?
What did you bring out of him, Mike?
This is my
Everybody
agent.
be quiet.
But he-
Mike, what did you bring out of him?
Wasn't he reluctant when you spoke to him?
Yeah, I said to him,
Yeah, let's hear it.
I don't think you even like her. And he goes, well,
He doesn't.
you know what? Here, I'm going to say something odd, and I do every single day.
What?
I find her kind of attractive.
She's cute.
I think
Kate,
he's hot.
I think she's kind of cute.
But maybe you want to step in. It could be John and Mike plus it.
No.
Not for anything.
But did you see her in that bikini on vacation with the kids?
Excuse
Do we
me,
have that footage?
You want to know something? And
We have
now
that
we're
still?
making her into an object. And
I
not
know,
for
I'm
anything,
sorry.
excuse me, as a woman who does
Oh, wait a minute.
dishes,
Now we're in trouble.
wait a second.
She made herself into
There it is.
exactly what she
Excuse me.
is.
But so what? And so did he.
Well,
And
yeah.
so did he.
Good for you.
And I just don't want anybody just to forget, because not for anything, this was a partnership.
Yeah.
And whether or not you say reluctant or not, this was a partnership.
And she's a mother
he agreed.
first, and you always
And
want
he's
best
a
for your
father
children.
too,
And a father
he was
first.
there-
Best for your
He
children.
was there the whole time.
I want to
with
know,
her.
this
Out
is
of
an
order.
unidentified
Not
complaint
out
that the
of order.
Pennsylvania,
They're
just a
the
minute,
whole
Joanne. This is an unidentified complaint that this Pennsylvania labor law is dealing with. Somebody, either a family member or a nanny perhaps, are the ones who are moving forward this legal action, which I
Yeah.
find very interesting. I want to know who's behind this complaint. The other thing is, apparently, if they have really been separated for the last 6 months, the child labor laws are different, because it becomes acting. The children are part of
Yeah.
this farce that is being put on, where they're being presented as part of a
Right.
family, when that's not the case. So
And
that's
the
Stop.
children don't
legally
know
very
about it, though.
Mike is bored. I'm moving on.